It is now time for the video that has been requested by so many people. It is time for the stop motion tutorial. What is up, guys? It is Suplex Snake here, back again for another video, and today it is a stop motion tutorial. Now this video, as I said just before, is one of my most requested videos, and today I'm finally getting around to doing it. I did make one a year or so ago, but I want to just revisit that, go over some things again in a bit more detail, and just show you step by step how to improve on your stop motions. Now this video will help if you are just starting, or just if you want to start. So I'll go over many different things. I'll try and break down every step into different parts, so there will be in the description what part you want to go to. It'll have a little time and you can click that and go to that time. So here are what the parts are. So part 1, I'll go over the equipment you will need. Part 2, before we begin. Part 3, stillness, how to get your figures to stay still. Part 4, the string placement, which is a really hard one to nail. Some people get confused on that one. And then part 5, beginning the actual stop motions and just animating itself. So those 5 parts will be briefly going over here today. So part 1, the equipment. Now this is just standard equipment you will need. You'll need some good lighting from 3 sides, from the front and the 2 sides. This will make sure there's no shadows. You'll need some string, fishing line. I've got 3 pieces. You need some sticky tack or blue tack, whatever you call it. You'll need some figures, of course. You'll need an arena, something that looks nice. Make sure there's no background things like people in the background, or dogs or cats or whatever. Try and make it look nice and clean and presentable. And then you'll need a tripod or something to hold your camera in place, like so. So yeah, the camera is set up. You can use an iPhone, iPod, whatever works for you. Now part 2, before we begin. Now before you actually animate, just get familiar with your figures. So like, just know how like wrestlers move in real life, and just have a play around, feel the joints, just get used to the figure. Now I personally do not use basics. They are a pain in the ass to animate with, so I recommend going with the elites because they have a lot better articulation, so you will get more flow. You'll get more, like, it'll look a lot more realistic. So as you can see, the ab crunch, the double jointed knee, they can do splits a bit more. So yeah, just get familiar with the wrestling figures and wrestling in general. So as you can see here on your screen, I am just acting out the move I want to animate. This just gives you a better feel for what you need to do, how you need to position the figures for the moves. And yeah, if you don't have any ideas for what you can do, just start off really simple. You can even watch some Ring of Honor, watch some Lucha Underground, WWE, Global Force Wrestling, have to say that, or TSM will get mad. But yeah, just watch a lot of wrestling. It will help you be more creative and just play around with your figures. I know it sounds stupid, but it does help. So yeah, part 3, the stillness. How do you keep your figures still? Now this, I get asked this quite a bit. So as you can see, like Sami Zayn, a little bump and he's gone sleeping, he's going on the mat. So it's a real pain in the ass. So what you do is get some sticky tack or blue tack and just put it on the soles of the feet, and then just plant it down to the mat. Doesn't work as well on this fabric mat, but it is a little tougher for him to fall over. But the sticky tack also helps sliding. So if you're in an animation and you accidentally bump him, his feet will stay in that position and he won't slide around and look really choppy. But if you don't, as you can see, the Sami Zayn is just like sliding around, having to dance, doing whatever. So the sticky tack does help quite a bit to keep everything nice and solid. This will help your flow, help the smoothness, just make your animations look a lot more realistic. So the figure will not jump around and dance around. The part 4, string placement. Now I'm going to go into some very lengthy into this, so grab some popcorn, So how the standard string placement is under both the shoulder joints like so. This way, if you hold the string up, he will slide to the left a little, and then if you hold the strings on the back, so the string goes over the chest and at the back of the figure, he'll lean forward a little. So if that makes any sense at all, if you have the strings at the front, he will stand pretty much vertical, but if you have him at the back, then he'll lean forward a little. So just say you want to do a crossbody, you can just hook the string, one more bit of string, and have it just under one leg, and like so, bam, he can do a crossbody. He can do some moves on the side like that. Very simple. And then you can sort of, from this position, you can make him balance left and right, back and forth. So yeah, just get familiarized. That's a hard word to say. Familiarize yourself with the strings, and you will get the hang of it eventually. I know at the start it does get annoying and hard and confusing, but you'll eventually learn the best places for each move. So I'm having here Sami Zayn fall, so I'm just going to put the string on one foot for the starters, and then the string on the standard shoulders. It's 2 bits of string, so that way it will balance, and I've got the other foot just balancing on the mat. And then yeah, as soon as you've got him about horizontal, that is when you can get the string that's on one foot and you can put it on 2 feet. The reason why I only put it on 1 foot is because if you have it on 2 right from the start, gravity does its thing and the string will just slide up the figure and be a pain in the ass. But if you have it on the 1 foot, it can only slide up to the groin area and it won't be as much of an issue. But yeah, once you've got it horizontal, you should be fine. It shouldn't slide, and then you can just have Sami Zayn just hit the mat. Bam, lights out, Sami Zayn's dead. Do not forget the sell, one of the most important parts of the move. Just pulls together the whole move, makes everything look a little more realistic. So just work on your selling and it'll make everything a lot better. And just yeah, also shake the ropes. It's not necessary, but it does make the animation look a lot better in my opinion, and it will make it look a lot more damaging, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So as you can see here, there is a move, a spear, where both figures are falling at the same time. So this can be difficult, having 2 figures fall at the same time, but for this move it's pretty simple. I've got one string on Sami Zayn's feet, and then the other string is wrapped around both Matt Hardy and Sami Zayn. And also without the string, I've got Sami Zayn and Matt Hardy holding on to each other, just so they're more like holding each other up, holding each other together, so it's a little more easier. And then the other string is just around Matt Hardy's arms and underneath Sami Zayn's neck, so that should be fine for a spear or something like that. Just play around, familiarize yourself with the figures, and you'll get used to it, and you'll just get used to it. Yeah, right, that's the best way I can explain it. So off the top rope, doing a flip or whatever you're doing, as I said before, have the one string on the generic spot, and then another way for the feet is get some sticky tack and put it around the ankle joints. Now it does show up on camera a bit, but if it doesn't really bother me that much, it's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure most of you have never seen it in my animations because it is quite difficult to see, but that does allow you to do more with the figure because the string will not slide because the sticky tack is holding it in the place you want it to be. And then yeah, when the figure is upside down like so, I just put the one that was on the shoulders on the head, because if you have it on the shoulders, underneath the shoulders, it will just slide up to the feet. So yeah, put it on the head. Part 5, now you are beginning your stop motion. So you've got Sami Zayn here. Now, don't just start off and do a attitude adjustment into a 450 Hurricane Rana, suplex, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, thingy-majiggy. Just start off simple, do some like movements, have Sami Zayn doing, or have your figure doing like poses and stuff. Do some punches, just don't start off with crazy moves. Do some simple punches, like anything, like springboard moves like this, or top rope moves are pretty simple, so I recommend doing stuff like this just so you get the feel for stop motions. You can familiarize yourself with the string placement and all the steps I've said below. So yeah, start off really simple, work on your flow, your stillness, your basically everything smoothness, and just try perfect the smaller things and then work up gradually doing better, harder moves, and then you can do some matches. You can just build on the basics. Sorry for that. I'm trying to make this as uncut as possible, so I'm not going to cut that out. So yeah, spear, that's pretty easy. Just some moves. Just don't go crazy. Just start off really simple and slow. And yeah, so here is a time lapse of me doing this animation that I was planning on during this video. Now I know you've probably seen this video already because it is on my channel, but yeah, you get the idea here. Me animating it is, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Just watch the video, I'll get back to you soon.
Perhaps taking the matchup for his team right there. Neckbreaker connects.
So anyways guys, that is my stop motion tutorial. I hope this video helps you out. I hope to see some new stop motioners coming on the scene because the community is kind of dead at the moment. So yeah, I hope this video helps you in any way, shape or form. If it did, leave a like. If it didn't help, leave a like still, because I mean, it's free to like, and if you're not subscribed already, then what the fuck are you doing with your life? Subscribe, it is free, just like leaving a like, and just like commenting, that's free. And guess what? If you have a Twitter account, Instagram, share it on there, that's free too. Thank you for watching. This is Suplex Network, signing off. Boop.